Hi guys, and a very warm welcome to our second vlog today with Axing Anxiety in 10 with Dr. M from the Pinnacle Practice, London, Harley Street, Nottingham, and on location, and working in association with my wonderful colleague again, Dr. Niall Mack from Book Hub Publishing, and all the guys at DocCheck. So our second theme is about isolation anxiety from your peers, because as we know, we're still in a time of the corona crisis and we're all separated at the moment from our loved ones, family, friends. So it's about how to deal with that. So we have 5 top tips again, and they involve increasing self-confidence because we're having to go out a lot by ourselves. So that's a really important one. Creating a release list for when it's all over that you can do with your friends. Looking at mindset and a can-do philosophy in terms of what we can actually do to still stay together, other than the obvious of online communication. And then the fourth one is about self-responsibility and self-scheduling, what we can look at doing there. And then the fifth one is about distraction tactics, keeping our minds really busy so we don't even have chance to feel anxiety. So that's all about getting creative. So let's get started with our first one, which is about increasing self-confidence. And this generally is a common theme with many people, not just guys your age or going through exams, but for many people. So something that we can look at doing to really help with that is something that I call a grounding card. So if you get yourself a nice piece of card and actually start writing down all your positive attributes, what's good about you, what do you love about yourself, and sometimes that can be quite a hard thing to do, but it's something that is really important to actually acknowledge the qualities that you have, because you will have plenty, but we don't take time ourselves to really think about that and think about what's good about us. So we should, even though it might sound a little bit corny here, but you should be able to look in the mirror and actually say, I love myself, I love who I am, I love what I do, and really embrace all your positive attributes. So list as many as you can. Some people may only get a few, but actually when you really take the time and you push yourself, you will get plenty. And if you struggle with that, ask other people as well. Ask people around you of what's actually good about you. And that can be a way to start increasing your self-confidence and then being able to go out by yourself more. And in this time where we are having to be a little bit more isolated, start enjoying your own company and enjoying who you are. So rather than focusing on needing other people around you and needing other people to validate who you are or give you approval of who you are, acknowledge you for being you and enjoy that time, so you can start to begin to enjoy isolation and enjoy being in your own mind. Now, a way to enjoy being in your own mind is looking at the internal story that you tell yourself. What's your internal dialogue, the language that you tell yourself? Are you a can't do person or are you a can do person? If you're walking down the street, are you like, I don't feel very nice, I think I look ugly, this is wrong with me, that's wrong with me? Or do you embrace who I am and think, actually that's really good, I enjoy who I am, I'm happy who I am, and you feel confident to go out by yourself? Now, there are lots of ways to feel more confident, tons of techniques I can give you. Obviously I haven't got time to do that on these short blogs or vlogs, but again, it's all listed in the book for you, and again, you can find me on social media, there's loads of tips, etc. Okay, so second anxiety hack here is about looking at what you can do together and creating a release list, because this will all be over, whether it's soon, whether it's a longer period, it doesn't matter. We can keep going and keep that really strong mindset, and we have all the social media channels, we have the all online interactions that you can use. So together, create a release list of what you can enjoy together once this is all over and finished with, so you've got plenty to look forward to, so you're establishing your goals for the future, and keep those in mind, and even create a vision board of things that you want to do together once you're finished, so you can both individually do that and then you can have fun comparing them in terms of what you've done. So a vision board, again, it's a big piece of card or paper that you can get cutouts from magazines, old photographs, you name it, anything creative, or a little symbol of what something may be. Stick it on the board so it's there as a visual reminder of what you're going to do when this is all over. over. So that can help reduce anxiety in terms of having a positive goal. And again, as we talked about in vlog 1, is having that positive focus on what you want, because what you focus on, you'll attract. So again, keeping that nice goal there for you. Okay, the third anxiety hack here, we're looking at mindset and creating a positive philosophy with, say, windows of opportunity. So this is a new time for all of us, but look how many opportunities there are created by this new time. So people have been doing all kinds of different things, and I know in business we have to think differently about alternative ways to do things. So for example, keeping in touch with your peers, we need to do that safely. So we have the 2-meter distancing rule. But what's stopping you if you have a large garden of inviting people around to bringing their own tent, for example, their own little pod, putting them 2 meters apart, say, and when you've got the zip up and you're in your little pod, your little tent, as a host, you could go around and leave a coffee or a hot chocolate or something outside the tent, so you can have like your coffee club and you can still talk between 2 meters. It's not exactly that far, or you can even use your mobiles to talk, but you're there and you're creating something new, something different. So it's kind of like coffee pods 2 meters apart within your garden. So it's about thinking differently and just fun things that you can do using those windows of opportunity. Though the fourth anxiety hack is about self-scheduling and self-responsibility. Create yourselves a routine, because if we have a routine and flexibility within that routine, it can make life so much more fun and easier. So for example, we have choices. At this time, we could stay in bed, not get up, not get dressed. However, where's the motivation there? That's not really going to make you feel good. It's not really a proactive, positive mindset. So give yourself a time to be up by, washed, dressed, perhaps then go out, have some breakfast, go out then for some exercise. So again, you get those positive feel-good chemicals going that dilute the anxiety. So already you're getting rid of the nasty chemicals, the adrenaline, the cortisol that induce that anxiety early on in the day. And then when you get back, start to calm down. You could do a meditation, for example, or just stick on some of your nice music, good tunes, good feel-good music that you like. Listen to that for a bit. Bring that calmness back down. You could do the centered peripheral vision, the side vision that we talked about in vlog 1 to just lower your anxiety levels. And then you can maybe start to get into a study mode, do some studying, then go and have some lunch, go back, do some more studying, then go and do some other activity, get out, or something socially interactive with your family or your friends. Then you could have a film night and do something fun. You could watch some comedy. Again, that generates feel-good chemicals that dilute the anxiety. So that's always helpful. But either way, whatever you like and what works best for you, but design a schedule, stick that up on your bedroom wall as well. So you know what you're doing. You're giving yourself a purpose and a motivation, which is really important in this time, because it's so easy, just like I said, to lapse into that laziness where you just stay in bed, you don't get up, you don't get ready, and that's really no good for the mindset. Also, if you do get tired during this time of corona and being in, go and splash your head in water, cold water, or go and have a shower, because that actually restarts the emotional part of the brain, the amygdala. So that's a very good one to reactivate yourself and again create more motivation and reduce that anxiety if you've lapsed into that state of feeling a bit down or a bit anxious. Give yourself that splash and that reawakening there. But really, a routine and a schedule really helps with that. Okay, so I said I won't go on, so I won't. The fifth anxiety hack is about distraction. So if the mind is distracted, it will stop you focusing on any anxious thoughts because you don't want to get into that negative cycle, because what you think you will start to feel, because our thoughts affect our emotions and that affects our behavior and also our physical health as well, which I can go into at later points. But again, the book explains all those cycles in detail, which are really important to understand and grasp. But if you can distract your mind, it will keep you in a positive focus again. So all the things that you can do to get creative. So for example, some of my clients have been doing amazing things to be creative, and all sorts we've discussed and even do together sometimes. So things like upcycling. So what have you got in the house that's maybe a bit tired looking that you can vamp up and make interesting? Then you could even put it on eBay, sell it. You could clear out your wardrobe, you could put your clothes on eBay, see how much you can get for them, and then the money generated you could either donate to charity, or you could use it as a fund for doing some exciting things when this is all over and you're going back to meet your friends. Gosh, there's so many things. You can send each other, your friends, songs. You could send each other playlists, upbeat playlists to keep you motivated. You could create family upbeat playlists to keep you distracted. You could do all sorts to raise money for charity. There's the example of the man in fancy dress who's been circulating his house as a marathon and raised hundreds of thousands, I think, for charity. So that's a good one. You could build your own space to have your own nice sanctum, as we were saying in vlog 1, your time and space. So I've even joked with people, you could buy a Wendy house online and have that in the garden. So that's your space. So that's something else to distract you and a project to focus on. Or you could find all kinds of materials to build a natural tree house or something. You could create a cookbook. Like I said, you could do the pods with creating the a kind of temporary coffee house within the circumstances, so you could do that safely. There are so many things you can think about to get creative, and basically as long as it's a positive focus and something to distract you, that can really help reduce anxiety in this time of isolation. So a quick recap there, we've just got increasing self-confidence, do your grounding card, we've got creating a release list, which is great fun, so you can vlog each other doing that. Positive mindset, positive philosophy, looking for windows of opportunity. So your tents, your pods, you can create anything that you're really missing at the minute. Think of alternatives, different ways to do that. So you're looking at lateral thinking. What else is an example of this? How can you create something different? So using the windows of opportunity there. And then we've got the self-responsibility, self-scheduling. So create your routine. That is a really important one to keep you motivated. And then we've got the distraction and getting creative. So have a go with that, guys. Have fun. And then next time we'll be looking at our next theme, which is about supporting looking at supports and how to build your mental health during this particular period. So lots of exciting things coming up there. In the meantime, have a great time and have some fun.